A Game of Thrones star joins Mark Wahlberg in the sequel to Apple TV Plus' action comedy with a 27% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. Like many another big screen star, Wahlberg in recent years has found as much work in streaming projects as in films intended for theaters. His most recent streaming release, the Netflix movie The Union, teamed him with Halle Berry in a romantic spy thriller, but that's not the only small-screen feature Wahlberg has headlined in the past few years. 2020 saw Wahlberg's first Netflix release, the action comedy Spencer Confidential. 2021's Wahlberg starring sci-fi movie Infinite was originally intended as a theatrical release, but a combination of COVID delays and bad reviews caused it to be dumped on Paramount+. Wahlberg's 2022 films Uncharted and Father Stu both saw big-screen releases, but he was soon back on Netflix for the Kevin Hart comedy Me Time. Game of Thrones star Kit Harington joins Wahlberg in The Family Plan 2 from Apple TV+. The comedy thriller sequel was recently announced. Wahlberg in 2023 joined the Apple TV Plus lineup with the comedy The Family Plan, and now he's returning for The Family Plan 2, with GOT's Kit Harington also joining the cast. The Family Plan 2 was first announced in October by Apple Original Films, following the movie's brief time as the most-watched film ever on Apple TV Plus. It has since been replaced at number 1 by the Brad Pitt-George Clooney thriller Wolves. Michelle Monaghan was confirmed to return as well, along with director Simon Cellan-Jones and screenwriter David Coggeshall. Wahlberg will now try to take back the number 1 spot on Apple TV Plus with The Family Plan 2, and it's confirmed that Harington has also been cast, via Deadline. Details of Harington's character are being kept under wraps. Our take on Harington joining Wahlberg in The Family Plan 2. Harington isn't exactly known for his comedic chops. Kit Harington as Michael in Modern Love. The Family Plan may have been a big streaming hit by the numbers, but the Apple TV Plus movie was savaged by critics, as reflected in its 27% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Adding Harington to the mix might give the sequel some appeal to those who loved him on Game of Thrones and will follow him anywhere. It remains to be seen whether his performance will impress non-fans, or help The Family Plan 2 garner enough good reviews to surpass the original's RT score. It's hard to judge how Harington will contribute to the Family Plan sequel, as details about his character are being kept under wraps. The film's plot sees Wahlberg's Dan and the rest of the Morgan family following in the Griswolds' footsteps by taking a European vacation, which goes sideways when someone from Dan's assassin past shows up to cause trouble. It's likely Harington is the one playing this villain who appears to disrupt the Morgans' trip in the upcoming action comedy. It would indeed be a change to see the Jon Snow actor playing for laughs, given the scarcity of funny roles in his filmography. Harington's few prior brushes with comedy include hosting SNL, starring in the mockumentary 7 Days in Hell, and appearing on the anthology show Modern Love. It will be intriguing to see if Harington can bring the laughs alongside Wahlberg, or if The Family Plan 2 proves Jon Snow knows nothing about playing comedy.